So really happy to be here, really on behalf of not just TAG, but BC Bike Race. Have a long, long history with the folks at BCBR. Dean Payne, some people don't know, but he was the founder of BC Bike Race. And he actually started with Sea Summit, multi-discipline events many, many years ago. So he has lots and lots of years in this. We have Karen online with us today, and Karen runs marketing. She has coached for us a little bit in the past, and Manjera as well. I think Manjera is social media, somewhere in the media organizational department. So thanks for joining us, you guys. And one exciting thing, BCBR, as you know, very, very active in the video image capturing world, and they are going to be releasing some teaser videos. So look for that on their Instagram account, Facebook. And today, because I want you guys to pay attention to what we're doing, we're introducing a few new things to a few new people. I'm not running any video or anything in the background, but as we go through the 6 weeks, I'll probably be running some of their images just to get you guys all really cranked up about BC Bike Race. A little bit different next year. They are going to be a little closer to home, which will be fun because, as all of you from here certainly know, and most of you who are wanting to be here, BC offers incredible, well, just close to home here, Lower Mainland, Whistler, Squamish, Chilliwack offers some incredible mountain biking opportunities. They're also going to be talking about some other off-road things. So easy right now. For those of you who've done lots of training indoors, when we get on the bike, the first thing I want you to do is pretty much, you've rolled out of bed, 1 out of 10, maybe sat on the couch, got up to get a coffee, 2 out of 10, 3 out of 10. We're just jumping on the bike, starting to move our legs a little bit, okay? So nothing hard right now. We're gonna get into a structured warm-up, and some of you who've ridden with me a lot are fully comprehensive on the early concepts, but some of you who may not have, I just want you to get a feel so you know useful numbers as we're going through these workouts. The idea of this, okay, we got everybody on now, I think so. So I'll just, I guess, formally introduce myself. I'm Leslie Tomlinson, and rode at the Olympic Games in mountain biking a couple times. I also actually had a road career before that, and was on the alternate squad for the road. So I have a couple of disciplines under my belt. Now, of course, we're adding gravel to that, although really, I look at my new gravel bike and it looks a lot like my 1989 mountain bike with drop bars. Keep saying that, but no suspension, all the skinny tires, crappy brakes, have way better brakes on the gravel bikes. Okay, off-road, so welcome everyone. Really excited to see people from all over the world, and during the many years I raced, just looking at where you're from, it's really exciting. We have Kristen from Pittsburgh. I had a teammate on my Avion team from Pittsburgh, Susan Tobias, Matt from Charlotte, Willow Corber, I used to race with her. Hale's from there. Just picked up my dog from close to Minnesota. So all kinds of reference points there. Great cities, towns, places we've ridden. Okay, 5 minutes into it. First thing we're gonna do, we talked a little bit about, this is more focused towards off-road. Again, those of you who know me, the concept of ranges of RPMs is really, really important. I want you to be developing your ability from low ranges to higher ranges. There's some interesting statistics on fast twitch, slow twitch, your natural tendencies, and also your experience in cycling and how that relates to what you can deliver in cadences. But we all want to improve and expand our tool bag, okay? So part of what we're doing, and the first thing we're gonna do is gonna talk really quickly, and then we're gonna go into some high leg speed. So you're in an easy gear. Everybody, that feeling is around 3 out of 10, 30% number, under your 50% number, however you wanna think about it. You're all on different trainers, so I just want the feeling to be really easy. And right now, you're just gonna lock in. I'm gonna bring my cadence down. You're gonna lock into an 80 RPM. Okay, we're gonna do a nice little ramp through our cadence range. This is not a big wattage output. Everybody can do 80 RPM, 20 pedal strokes every 15 seconds. Focus on those circles, little bit of gear, nice and relaxed. And I'm just gonna talk quickly while we're doing this about the different cadence ranges. Off-road, no magical RPM. A little bit more with the consistency of the road, you can lock into some ranges a little bit more readily. But when we're off-road, low RPM, we need it for steep climbing. High RPM, we need it for accelerations, for passing, for getting ourselves through obstacles. Medium RPM, we need that for getting ourselves through rough terrain, maintaining traction with our rear wheel, and staying close to the ground, okay? Not bouncing around in little tiny gear. So 80 cadence is where we're gonna start. I'm gonna have you lift it on my cue. We're gonna go 80, 90, 100, 100 plus, and then we'll top out around there, okay? So a little bit longer at this 80 RPM. Settle into it while you're just pedaling easy. And this, we're not burning a lot of glycogen when we're at a lower cadence. That's where we struggle when we're new to the bike, starting to ride at higher cadences. You want to develop that range, develop the training. So from your 80, on my cue, you're going to bring it up to 90 RPM. So this is kind of called a spin up, all right? While you're in an easy gear, you're not relying on any push behind the pedals. This is just activation, neuromuscular. So relax, 90 RPM. Any of you who've ridden on the road, this will be a fairly easy range for you. If you haven't, might be a little bit of a stretch, but we're gonna bring it up in 2, 1, 90 RPM. Remember, this is just warming up. We're just trying to get that activation. Relax your shoulders. Relax anything you can. 90 RPM. Settle into that. Muscles have a little bit of a different feeling. We're gonna bring it up in 30 seconds to what might be a little bit uncomfortable for some of you. Now, if you're on a smart trainer, you probably set it at the wattage, and as you keep changing your cadence, it's going to adjust back to that wattage. That's just fine. You're gonna have to use gears if you're on your bike. Any other trainer, if you have it, erg, resistance, a little bit, you have to do a little bit of thinking on some of the simpler trainers. Okay, 100 cadence. Bring it up. 25 pedal strokes every 15 seconds. If you're not using a cadence meter, one of the first things you can invest in is a cadence meter. Learn these cadences. You want to learn and utilize. Good job, guys. Just relax. Nice and strong through the feet. Okay, a little check top to bottom. Calm face, relax shoulders, pistons turning over. Hey, Joanne, now we're gonna get into your favorite range. And this goes along with that. People that aren't massively muscular, a little bit more slow twitch, maybe like these higher cadences. Okay? Bring it over 100 RPM. 2, 1, 105, 110 if you can. Up, up. Now I was assigned this kind of cadence ramp back in the second half of my mountain biking career when I had gotten a little slow and sluggy. My acceleration, my starts were suffering, and I needed to bring up that leg speed, have a little bit more explosiveness again. Totally relevant for mountain biking. You just need to feed yourself into it little bit by little bit. All right, if you haven't got up to 110, let's try that right now. Last little bit. Up, up. 110. Come on, guys. Quick feet. Nicely done. All right, hold it right here. How about give me 30 more seconds? Okay? Quick feet. Relax. This is not my favorite either. This is like doing scales on the piano for me. Okay, 10 more seconds. Hold on to it. A little bit longer. Last 5, 3, 2, and relax. Bring it back. Preferred cadence, easy cadence, light gear. So this phase of the winter training program, so this is just a little intro, as much as anything, get you guys used to the conversation around this, what we're trying to do. Also, because I can't do a one-on-one max aerobic power test with each of you, that's the scale we work from in here. I'm just going to do a little intro where I want you to be feeling the levels as we're going through the ranges, okay? So I talked about that 3 out of 10. You're still barely off the couch. Those of you in Europe, you've been off the couch all day, but that's besides the point. Okay? We're going to go up to a 50% number. And this is jumping into your group ride. Now you've got a little bit of resistance behind the pedals, not pushing hard, and fully conversational. This is really the very lowest end of your endurance training zone, okay? When I talk about max aerobic power, I want everybody right now, first of all, you have a comfortable cadence range. I would like you to be 85 RPM to 100, somewhere in there. I want you to bring up your gear, whether you're clicking it up on your bike or whether you're putting the watts in at a best guess on your smart trainer. I want you to bring it up to 50%, okay? 50%, and I'm referring to wattage or perceived effort. We're not here yet. We're just in the structured warm-up and also trying to get you to feel your way through this max aerobic power range. And so you know what we're referring to, when I get to 10 out of 10, that is not a sprint. That is what you can hold for a few minutes, okay? This is the top of your aerobic range. So as we go up to that, and we're going to start doing that now, not going through the whole range, but our next one is going to be 60%. Now we are definitely in a ride most of the day pace. So hold this cadence wherever you feel you're the most efficient. Bring the gear up. 6 out of 10 feeling. And we're going to settle into this now. For the next little piece, every time you bring a gear in, you can feel your legs kind of go, a little tight, ow, and you want to just Relax into it. This as well is learning a protocol for warming up. If you have a time trial in BC Bike Race, something like that, you're going to want to be touching your zones and getting yourself ready to go hard off the start. Even for the other days, even when you've got a couple days in your legs, and this applies to any stage event, couple days in your legs, you still are going to want to stimulate it a little bit so you can go off the line and be where you want to be. Okay, if you're not already there, 6 out of 10, a little bit longer. Calm, relax. This will feel better when we start doing the workout. It's always a little bit challenging hopping on the bike, starting to push it. So 60% now, still conversational, okay? We're not quite nudging out of our endurance range yet. But this, when you're doing your long rides, when I say we're doing an endurance ride on Sunday, you're gonna be fluttering around this kind of range, 50, 65 to 70% at the most, okay? Which leads me to 70%, okay? Same cadence, where you feel comfortable, bring up the gear, a little bit more, click it up if you're on a regular bike, using a power system, pedals or something. Increase the wattage if you're on a smart trainer that will keep adjusting for you, and nice and smooth through these circles now, okay? 70%, what does that mean? We're getting close to our hour power. You've heard that talked about. 70 to 75% of MAP is going to be around your functional threshold power, depending on your background. What you'll feel, if you have a hill near you, so let's say, I don't know, maybe you're, what can we think of? Arizona, Mount Lemmon, pretty much any hill in any backyard in Europe. Some nice ones there. Nice ones there around, certainly around the Alps as we go into Italy, okay? However, you are clipped with your conversation now. Someone comes up beside you, asks you a question, you're not gonna be all chatty, or you might try to be, just to throw them off. But in general, you don't have as much oxygen now to assimilate the effort. So 70%, hold this a little bit longer. I want you to give me best part of 40 seconds. Then we're doing one more hard little piece before the actual workout sets. Okay? Hold on to this. Let your ankles move. Think about that pedal stroke. Pulling through on the bottom, up around the back. If you do any off-road riding, you know how crucial, you can get away with it on the road a little bit, but how crucial gravel, cyclocross, dirt of any sort, riding through your park on your road bike, you want to be pulling through and keeping traction with that rear tire. Okay, hold on to this 70%. Last 5 seconds coming up now. 3, 2, and back it off. Easy, easy, just for 2 minutes. So, I talked about warm-ups. We'll do segments throughout the 6 weeks, and then again into the new year, where we really focus on talking about each of these things. But suffice it to say, warm-up, really important. And what you're trying to discover is what works for you, because you might have a friend that jumps on the bike and explodes out of the gate. Now they might explode later on, even worse. I had a training partner like that. However, you want to find what works for you when you're trying to manage your best performance. So this last part now, it's kind of a misnomer to call it warm-up. You're gonna do an effort. I want you, okay, to go as hard as you can for 3 minutes. We're trying to get a little judgment of where that 9 to 10 out of 10 aerobic level is. So I'm gonna cue you, I'm gonna give you good time to go into it. You're gonna do 3 whole minutes. You're gonna do this at your preferred cadence. If you're a lower cadence rider right now, don't try and adjust that, okay? This is also you figuring out what hard for 3 minutes means, okay? So I'm gonna give you a nice cue into it. What do you focus on? Well, like I say, don't fly out of the gate. You're looking for a number or you're trying to get a feeling. Remember the gear that you're in doing this. If you feel like you've successfully accomplished the exercise, this is going to give you a read for when we're doing our pieces here. Okay, so it's important that you use something effective, but that's for your personal level. It might be very different than your friends, and that is totally fine. Have a drink of water. Always drinking water. Make sure you're comfortable. And then I'm going to have you just bring in a little gear, a little gear. I'll count you down 10. You're going in 30 seconds. Okay? Deep breath. Relax. Hard as you can go for 3 minutes. And then we're going to look at this as a number or as a feeling. So start bringing some more gear in. Bring some more gear in. 15 seconds, okay? This is trying to find something to give you a cue on max aerobic power. 5 seconds. Bring the gear up. Bring the gear up. This is going to take a lot of focus. 2, 1. Here we go. Come on. Get into this rhythm. Whatever the number might be, you're going to go quickly from being able to talk to clipped words to not being able to talk. That's where the lactate is building faster than you can clear it. Okay? I am riding close to 100 cadence. Thankfully, with the coach forcing me to do some leg speed, I have a tiny bit. Started out as a gear masher. Okay, come on, guys. Legs hurt. Almost at a minute. 1, this is your measure of what we're going to use for the rest of the workout. Awesome. Come on, guys. Those of you who are at 4 o'clock in the afternoon, your legs are all warmed up. Come on, guys. Think you got a little bit more in you? You're maybe learning what this means. You're at halfway. If you have another gear in you, let's try and do that. Hey? Looking at what that number means for you. If you're using wattage, awesome job, guys. Come on. Focus now. Imagine those pursuiters have to do all out 100% and even over for 4 minutes. Okay, come on, we're in our last minute. Keep it going. Push, push, push. Bite-sized pieces, guys, come on. I'll give you the 30 seconds to go. So good. Come on. Morella, Danica, Janka. I see you all. Come on. Try and keep steady in your upper body. Come on, Kathleen, steady. 20 seconds to go. Come on. Push, push, push. Come on, you got it. Almost at 10. Right past the finish line. Always pass the line, okay? Come on. Last 5. 3, 2, and take note of your watts. Think about what gear you were in. If you're using that system, recover, recover. Many of us, until someone's made us push hard, don't actually know what we can do. Progressive test is really good for helping you bring out your capabilities when you don't know. And there's no problem with you not knowing. If you're a new rider especially, it can take years. Okay? So, ready? Hopefully you have an idea. Now you know what you can do for 3 minutes. I'm going to ask you to do just a little bit off of that. If you honestly feel that was your 90 to 100% for 3 minutes, or 9 to 10 out of 10, if you got that out of yourself, let's back it off, 10%. And again, this is a little bit, not a little bit, it's a lot related to your background, your current level of fitness, your pedal stroke and how good it is, how efficient it is. Efficiency, okay? This is really, really important. Efficiency is key in everything you do. Those are other things we'll talk about. All the things you can do to maximize your performance by being efficient. And that's what a lot of this cadence work is about. And thinking about how when you're stronger, you have the ability to put yourself where you want to be, ride lines that you want to ride, be where you want to be in the start so you're not in traffic. And even though it's very, very relevant for off-road, even if you're doing mass start road events, those things are all, it's the same principles. Okay? So, we're going to start out, this is a climbing phase. So we're going to start out, first of all, with 3 pretty punchy, hard, 2-minute little efforts. I want you to be doing this now. You did 3 minutes as hard as you thought you could. I want you to do this now, 10% off of that, okay? So let's say 8 out of 10. We're doing repetitions. You're doing 3 of them, and you're having 2 minutes between each one. So we're gonna do that. They're short and punchy. After we do that, you'll take a break, and then we're going to do a longer climbing piece, which I'm going to be encouraging you to do another time in the week for your training. And that's going to be at a lower cadence, so let's say moderate kind of climbing cadence. Okay? Have a drink. Our first 2 minutes. If you're using the Spotify list that I made up, some of you are great DJs, you don't need it. But if you are sometimes searching for music, I have the BCBR winter training program, and start bringing some gear into it, okay? Because we're going in less than 45 seconds now, and this is 2 minutes, and I want it hard, okay? So usually what I do is the warm-up. There's about 7 to 8 songs. You can let it run through. After People Are Strange in this playlist, you can get into a couple of songs and just keep going forward if you don't like something. I try and give you lots of different options. 15 seconds, okay? 2 minutes. We're doing this 3 times. Find that cadence again. 85 to 100. Even if you're a little bit more, that's great. 2 minutes coming up. 80% at least. 2, 1. Come on, guys. Get into it. Good job, guys. Get that rhythm. 2 minutes. Easily get your head around it. Come on. Stay with it now. First 30 seconds. I like to say, pick it off in bite-sized pieces. No matter what the interval, the day, the stage, the workout is, break it down. Things you can get your head around, things you can get your body around. Come on, guys. Awesome. Lori, Melissa. See little bits of all of you. We're into our second minute. Come on, guys. Focus. Relax the shoulders. Especially off-road. Always want to be relaxed in your upper body. Engage core. Almost at 30 seconds to go. Come on. Play with your hand position. Whatever works for you. On Carmen. Getting close to those people at the top of the hill. On Emily. Daniel. Almost at 10. Awesome job. A little bit longer. 5, 3, 2, and let it go. Easy. Recover. Recover. Good job. Do that 2 more times. So, this, you'll get used to having a comfort level with pushing yourself to this level. I came from a background of a lot of intervals in my training. It's always served me very, very well. You'll learn the feelings. You take it outside. All right. Still a little bit more than 60 seconds rest. When we're in recovery, you want to be turning the pedals. This goes the same outside. Let's say you're riding up a 2-minute hill, trying to push yourself, always pushing through at the top. Maybe you're just riding down to do the next one. Roll your pedals over, okay? Don't just have your feet static, ride down the hill, and then suddenly all the blood just pools in your legs. You want to keep it moving, keep it flowing, so you're ready for the next one. And that's really important as well. When you're doing some of those fire roadie kind of, or roller kind of routes, if you're coming over the crest of a hill, rolling down, turning the pedals, keeping the blood moving, you're going to be much better prepared to go into the next pitch up. 20 seconds, have a little drink. Have a little drink. Picture your favorite 2-minute hill. If you're the type of person that responds well to that, we will be doing some POV as we get into the new year. All right, 2 minutes, second time. 2, 1. Come on, guys. Bring it right up. Takes a few seconds. Settle in. First little part. Doesn't feel so hard, but 8 out of 10, not easy. Come on, guys, use your cadence. Whatever you have in this part, we're trying to maximize our RPM. If you're a 100 RPM person, I'm tipping just over. Fine. If you're not, whatever the most efficient is for you right now. Come on, guys. Imagine this is maybe a little bit of rough road. Strong through the center. Light on the front of the bike. Come on, guys. 60 seconds. Keep it going. Power through the feet. On with this little higher cadence. Not fatiguing your muscles as much as you would be harder gear when you're comfortable doing it. Awesome job, come on. 30 seconds. Say it with me now. Always push right over the top. Never relax early. Come on, guys. Eyes up. Look where you want to go. Good job, Peter. Last little bit. 5, 3, 2, and let it go. Easy. Back that gear off. Recover, recover. Something I always tell myself, anything I'm doing, recover, recover. A little bit of self-talk. Okay, one more of those, and then we're gonna get into a longer hill piece, playing with a little bit more of a strength cadence. So these short poppy, want you to try and make this next one hard as you can for the time. So we have Daniel, Liev, Holger, all here from Germany. Those of you who have followed any of the epic mountain bike stage racing, you'll have heard of Transalp Challenge. Starts in Mittenwald, Germany, and different routes each year, but did that about 5 times. We won it a couple times, which is awesome. And beautiful, beautiful way to see that part of the world. We got Stefan from Sweden. And Stefan, I did the World Championships in Åre. I'm saying it wrong, I'm sure, but did the World Championships in Sweden and trained a lot in Holland. We got Hubert from Apeldoorn. Fun fact, over the years of mountain biking, some of the very best mountain bikers have been from Holland. And you say, well, that's a bit weird. It's a flat country. However, extremely good climbers, maybe to do with the wind and just learning to hunker down, which we're gonna do right now. Less than 5 seconds, hard as you can. Last poppy short hill in 2, 1, come on. Turn it over. Get right back in the rhythm. That's why you were turning your legs in between. Relax the shoulders, eyes up. Come on. It doesn't matter what kind of bike you ride. You want to learn this feeling. You're over 30 seconds in. Come on, everybody. Feel the energy around you. If you're having trouble with anything, chat to Tag Cycling. Tracy will get back to you. 60 seconds, a little bit less, come on. Push, push, push. 45 to go. Come on. Keep it honest. Feel the energy around you. When you get to 30 seconds, you know you got it conquered. Okay? That's it. Less than 30. On. Don't change the pressure on the pedals. All about the pressure. Just lock it in. Awesome job. Come on, Kathy. Stay with me now. 10. Last little bit. Right through the finish line. Over the top. 3, 2, 1. Back it off. Recover. Okay. Keep the legs moving. We'll just have a little break here. So, if you're doing BC Bike Race or any of those sorts of stage events, you're usually in for something around 1,500 meters of climbing a day. As I say, good to break it down into bite-sized pieces. And also, all of this will give you confidence with what you're capable of doing. Preparation and just feeling good about your time going into any event is always super important. It's talking about when you're out on the road or trail or wherever you are, always think about riding through the finish lines, whatever your finish line is. I always think of every interval has a little finish line. Get used to going right through it. Remember years ago reading about first woman's gold medal marathon winner. Because remember, women weren't running the marathon until much later than the men, into the 80s. Joan Benoit, because she was American. I would want to say Benoit. But she had a little thing she did no matter, she had her time that she would run, and if she, say, was doing a loop and it was 15 seconds short or 25 seconds short, she'd go and do that extra little bit just to make sure she had her little gold star for her training day. That's a good way to look at things. Just make sure you go past the finish line, no early yippies. All right, feeling a little bit better now. As you get fitter, as you get used to doing this, you'll start to see after an effort, usually what I find is the very end of the effort, obviously, feels kind of gross, hard. And then the next 5 to 10 seconds, you go, oh, it's like the lactate is in your legs, you feel it. That's where I always say to myself, recover, recover, especially if there's another effort coming up quickly. But as you get fitter, you will start to feel your recovery come in really quickly, more and more quickly, and you're able to go again. And that's kind of what we're striving for. So we're gonna do the next piece, and you're gonna start in a minute. I'm gonna explain it to you quickly. 3 times this, okay? 2.5 minutes. Remember this number, 75%, 70, 75, that was your hour power, okay? That was that feeling. Think of a climb that you do, takes about an hour, going as hard as you can. That's the effort I want. And you're riding it at 70 to 80 RPM, okay? Probably slower than you've been riding so far, more down the strength end of the chain. And this is where we're in the moderate RPM, which you use a lot in off-road of any sort, gravel bikes, mountain bikes. We're gonna do 30 seconds acceleration. You're just gonna bring up the cadence, okay? It'll bring up the effort. And then 1 minute back to that 5 to 6 out of 10. We're going through that rotation 3 times, and then 1 last hard minute. You ready? 70 to 80 RPM. Have a drink of water. Find that number. Find that number. 75%. 2, 1. 70 to 80 RPM. We're recruiting more muscles. So Joe, I know you don't love this. When you're a slow twitch, lean person, sometimes you just don't have the mass. You can just talk in clipped sentences at this effort. We're coming up to 30 seconds, all right? Hold that 70%. First part won't feel too hard. Okay, hold on to the cadence. Take this time to relax. Bring your shoulders down. Awesome. Almost in a minute. Almost in a minute. Get into this rhythm. Because you're using a little bit more strength, you can probably feel your hamstrings, glute muscles, into your quads, into your calves, shins, hamstrings, hip flexors. Big, strong pedal stroke, okay? Good job. Just about 60 more seconds at this effort. Then you're punching it up for 30 seconds. This is like little acceleration, obstacle ahead of you. Maybe you're just trying to work on positioning in the group. You need to get past a few folks. Hold on to this cadence. Good job. Focus on it. 30 more seconds. Hold on to it. Hold on to it. Strong through the feet. Okay? Strong through the feet. Come on, guys. Let's envision we're on that hill. This is around 13 minutes. Total thing. Lots of this in your training. All right. First, acceleration. I want you to bring it up. 5 to 10 RPM. In 2, 1, up, up. Come on, guys. Pushes up the wattage. Pushes up the effort. Learning to turn this gear over. Come on. A little longer. 5, 2, 1. Hold on to this cadence. Bring the gear down. Recover, recover. 50 to 60%. Okay? Remember what I said. Right after a hard effort, it feels worse for a few seconds. Breathe your way through it. Regain your composure. Awesome job. Got a little bit more cadence. Moving the blood around. Good job, guys. Okay. We're back to here. Okay? 2.5 minutes, 75%. Bring that gear back up for me. Drop the cadence first. 70 to 80. More muscle recruitment. Those fast twitch muscles some of us don't have. And 75%, come on. Get into it. Hunker down. Come on. Pull through. Bottom of the pedal stroke. Up and around. Let the ankles move a little bit. Awesome job, guys. Instead of just thinking about the effort, let's think about looking ahead. Let's think about always, always looking ahead at the line where we want to be. Best surface, most traction, least obstacles. All right, that's a minute into it. Keep it going, keep it going. I got a little excited in my cadence. And bring it down again. Try and keep it 70 to 80. And you can feel those hamstrings. Dig in now, come on. We're on a grade, maybe around 5%. Not super steep. But let's get good at this. This is magic if you can be good at this kind of a grade. What we're doing here is maintaining that pace we can hold for an hour, and then we're disrupting our rhythm. As you get more and more efficient in doing this, it's gonna ride better and better. All right, you got less than 30 seconds. We're gonna accelerate again. There's a little, however you wanna think of it, someone you just want to get past before the train changes. A little obstacle. You need to get a little bit more mojo for. All right, 3, 2, come on. 5 to 10 RPM. Come on, give it to me. Push, push, push. Come on, everyone. Carry this gear over. Awesome job. Stay on it. 10 seconds. On, you got this. 5, 2, 1. Hold this cadence. Back that gear off. Come on. 50 to 60%. We are not sitting up. That's a waste of real estate. You worked hard to make that push. Good job, everyone. Just a minute like this. 30 more seconds. Recover, recover. You can drink. Your heart rate's come down a bit. Serious about not looking too far ahead. Whether it's 2 minutes, 5 minutes, 15, half an hour. Focus on what's ahead, pedal stroke by pedal stroke. All right, 70 to 80 cadence. Drop it down. Last time through this part, bring the gear up. 70, 75%. 2, 1. Come on, guys. Last time doing the 2.5 minutes. Lock it in. Focus. Use good visuals. Maybe cue words, if that works for you. Come on, this is 20 pedal strokes every 15 seconds or less. Not quite down in the big strength push. On, stay with it. Come on, push pull. Really using the back of that circle. Want you to feel it. Can't feel your hamstrings. Maybe not pushing quite hard enough. Okay, good job. Only got 90 seconds left here. Lock right in. Stay right here. Luann, back at it. Come on. Come on, everybody. On. Use your breathing. Whatever gets you through. If you're a heavy breather, maybe just go with it. Count. Come on. Push, push, push. Think you can now. This is coming down to our last few minutes of this hill. Okay? Give me the last little bit. Never, never give up. Coming up to 30 seconds to go. Before the acceleration, and then the little recovery, and then one hard minute at the end. Okay? Piece by piece. Come on. Stay focused. Stay focused. Hold on to that gear. Hold on to it. All in your head. 5 seconds. Give me that acceleration. There's a little obstacle ahead. We're gonna ramp it up. 5 to 10 RPM. 2, 1, come on guys. Little spike. Up, up. Come on. 30 whole seconds. Come on, Ryan. Come on, Vanessa. Come on, Marilla. All of you, take it through. 3, 2, hold the cadence. Back the gear. A little bit of false flat on this hill, and then a big push to the end. Okay? Recover, recover. 50 to 60%. No one's sitting up yet. Eyes up. Awesome. Come on. Worked hard to get all this way through the workout. Don't give up before the finish line. Okay? Hey, Ludmilla's in there. I don't know if you were out at the Rio Games. I was out there commentating. CBC, good to see you dropping in. Okay. 1 hard minute. I'm gonna get you to wind it up. We're going in 10 seconds. I'm delaying it just a little bit. Find your preferred cadence. Bring some gear in. I want this to be as hard as your 2 minutes. Okay? In 2, 1, come on. This is for the top. Think you can, think you can. Come on, guys. This is you willing yourself. A little bit more than 30 seconds. Come on, guys, dig, 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 dig. Give yourself that little goal. Come on. First in the single track, a beer bet, a jersey. 15 seconds, come on. Bring your cadence up if you want. Whatever gets you through. 10, 5, 2, 1. Let it go. Easy, easy. Little bit of gear. Turn the legs quickly as you can. Recover, recover. Awesome. Great effort, everybody. Whew. One of my pet peeves, end of a race, ride, whatever, is when they sometimes stop you, try and make you get off your bike right away. Take that extra lap to keep turning your legs around. Okay, we're back to that 3 out of 10, 2 out of 10. Hey Holger, thanks for joining us. We've also got, I don't know if you say Yuri, from Czech Republic, and I did a World Cup there, and I can't pronounce it, Spinderluv Milne, but fond memories because I got to see Prague, and that's definitely worth getting on your someday we'll see it list. Okay, thanks everybody. So that was a really good effort. Everyone I could see in there was joining in, fully committed. I think just being here at 7 a.m., 10 a.m., 4 p.m. Hey, thank you. Nice to see you. I really hope you'll join us for this climbing phase the next 6 weeks. This is the kind of thing we'll be doing, although the warm-up was a little bit different today, although you will always do some skills. Remember, you know, when we're working for anything on the bike, cadence and work at different cadence ranges is super important. But especially a lot of us are venturing onto trails and gravel paths around the world. BC Bike Race also are going to announce, certainly here, that they're doing a version, a gravel stage race. So stay posted on that. I believe 5 days in the Okanagan. And TAG is actually hosting a couple of training camps, one on Vancouver Island and one in the Okanagan as well, on the gravel, as well as our usual road. So hopefully see some of you there. I will be sending, so just so you guys have an idea, first of all, I want you just to keep rolling your pedals over. I want you to make sure you do a little bit of a warm down stretch after you're done. We can just go through a little bit, but I'm just going to tell you a couple of things. I will just send you a quick little tidbit. Some of you have coaches, some of you have programs, but I'm just going to suggest that you try and do this workout. If you're not doing another one with us in the week, try and do this same workout one more time this week, okay? Not tomorrow, maybe in a couple of days, okay? And you can also, I'm just going to make a suggestion for doing a similar thing outside. And also, if you are training for some sort of bigger event, some sort of endurance activity. So something that's longer, using that 55% to 65% as a guideline. Long for you, if you're a new rider, might be a couple hours. If you've ridden a longer time, it might be a few hours. And whatever that is, gravel bike, road bike, mountain bike, Nordic skiing if that's where you're at, hiking, just something that gets you using that endurance system and gets used to some time out there. Okay, so thanks everyone for joining me. That's a wrap.